Hey guys, welcome to Sagebrush. Now, this is a game about a cult. I don't know, I haven't done a lot of research on this game, so this might be a little disturbing. So I'm going to give you a warning now. If you're easily disturbed, you may not want to watch this.
First, waiting for the bus. Normally, I avoid talking to just about anybody, but she struck up the conversation. She was so pleasant, so confident. She smiled at me as if she had known me as a kid, and we were just catching up after all these years. She told me she could tell I had a hole in my life. She knew what that was like, she said. She had also had a hole, but it was gone now. I asked her what she was selling, and she laughed and said nothing at all. That what she had to offer was free for anyone who wanted it bad enough. I asked her what had helped her. She just said, James.
We're going to get right into it, I guess. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me see if I can get it to calm down for a hot second, and then I'll put some commentary in here. I hear people getting out of a car or into a car. Probably out of. Okay. Black Sage Ranch, 250 miles northwest of Albuquerque. Site of the 1993 Perfect Heaven mass suicide. So yeah, it's not going to get light. Alright, so right away, I'm just going to let you guys know. Saw this as a sale on Kotaku. And, like, I figured it might be a good project for in between New Year's and Christmas and New Year's, because the team is taking some time off, so I get to do some independent stuff. To interact with a highlighted object, press square. Or X, sorry, yes. The game won't budge, she didn't bring anything to bust through. Alright. But from what I understand, this whole game is about a cult. They killed themselves, and you're going to walk through their, like, compound, and you're going to find out clues and stuff about the cult. So it's a walking simulator. It's a very slow walking simulator. Examine car. Not gonna lie, you're surprised it actually made it all the way here. You brought some gear in the trunk. Open trunk. Okay. Pick up the wire cutters. To open your inventory, press triangle. Pair of wire cutters you borrowed from the house. Okay. So I guess we could cut through the fence. There seems like a nice place right there where they were highlighting it with the headlights that we should probably cut through the fence. To use an item, interact with the object to bring up the inventory. To use an item, interact with an object to bring up the inventory, then press X. Okay. Examine fence. This portion of the fence appears to be badly needed maintenance. Use the wire cutters. The wire cutters clip through the rusting fence easily and create a small hole. Okay! There's interesting art style. It's very pixelated. You can still tell what things are, like there's buildings and stuff off in that direction. So they're not so far from a town that they can't get to a town. At least I presume that's what it is. Oh, you do have a run button. Oh, okay. You can open this gate. The gate creaks and rattles, but it appears to be locked, and we don't have anything to use. Alright, well, we'll come back to that later, because we're not here for the gate, we're here for the compound. Well, we've got a door, which opens and is clearly unlocked. Yeah, I'm glad we have a run button. This is getting real tedious. Okay. Turn on the generator. We'll come back to you in a minute. Let's take a look at what's going on inside before we decide. Oh, they're haunted doors. They open and close on their own. Oh, good gosh. Read pamphlet. It's too dark to read anything. Guess we're going for that generator. Oh, yeah, it's real dark in here. It's bright and sunny outside, and it's dark. Alright. Alright, haunted doors. You just go ahead and close themselves. The diesel generator. There's a keyhole next to the ignition button. You wonder if there's any gas remaining after all this time. So we gotta find a keyhole. A key. A key. The key is most likely inside somewhere in the dark, which is why you need the generator. Were you smart enough to bring a flashlight? Come on, please tell me you were smart enough to bring a flashlight. Yeah, there's nothing around the outside of this place. Okay. Alright, well, Examine table. Moldy dishes litter the table, stained and dusty. There's no food, though. Wild animals likely finish the scraps. Alright, same thing. Man, those haunted doors. Use tape deck. Alright.
Well, I had just graduated from college. You know I was a communications major. That part was true. So I graduated and I couldn't find a job. I had no idea what I wanted to do and got pretty depressed. My boyfriend at the time said I was holding him back and took off, so that was that. I could have moved home, but I didn't. I stayed out in California, but it's not like I had any friends there. My parents would call and I would just lie about how things were going. I didn't know what I wanted because I guess I didn't really want anything. I would wake up and just count the seconds ticking off of my life until I fell back asleep. We were all broken in some way, I think. Some more than others.
Okay. I like how there were creepy sounds and stuff while you're listening to the tape, like floor creaking and stuff like that. It's just like, yep, they're all going to say the same thing. Yep, moldy food and scraps. None of them contain a key to turn on the generator. This, however, is key. Okay, we found the key. I can't read the performance schedule because it's going to be too dark to read. But now we can turn on the generator. I wonder if they bothered putting like a day-night cycle and it's going to get darker later. You turn the key and press the button, the generator hums to life. Alright, we got power. We can read things now. Haunted doors. Really? Really haunted doors. Why is this music? Have you sinned? Are you plagued by doubt? Do you fear death? Do you have the nagging feeling that your church doesn't have the answers? There is a reason. Father James can help. Get to know the newest members of the flock. Welcome them with open arms and open hearts. My name is Christopher. I'm from Flagstaff. I was a farmer before and hope to lend my expertise to help feed the flock. Fun fact, I hold the record for most blue ribbons at the Arizona State Fair livestock competition. I'm Viola. My two wonderful children, my son Lucas and my daughter Juliet, are from Fresno. I'll be helping out with the schooling of our children in the ways of the Lord. Fun fact, I was born in Vancouver, so I'm technically also Canadian. So we have Christopher the farmer, Viola the teacher with her two kids. Hello, I'm Peyton. I'm from a small town in Oklahoma you've probably never heard of, and I ran a grocery store in town. But ever since it shut down, I've been looking for something more. Father James is helping me find that. Fun fact, I served in the Navy for a term. Hello friends, I'm Candace. I love cooking and crafts, so I hope I can help energize the flock, and so that we may fulfill his word. Fun fact, I can speak 3 languages. I'm Josiah, and I'm so thankful to you and to the Lord for giving me a home after years of living on the streets. I finally feel like I have a family. Fun fact, blank. Hello, I'm Lillian. I was a student at USC before I dropped out because I couldn't stand the indoctrination anymore. There's some irony there. If you couldn't stand the indoctrination of USC, how are you handling the indoctrination of a cult? Anyway, I was looking for truth and I didn't find it there. Now I know I was looking in the wrong place. Fun fact, I've been to 4 continents in the last 3 years. My name is Vance. I saw through the lies of my parents' church. They were filling our heads with blasphemy. Now I see the truth because of Father James. Fun fact, I'm a really fast reader. Okay, so that introduces us to all the key people, and I'm presuming this is Father James. Painting shows an intensely focused middle-aged man. He holds a book in his left hand. The painting seems less than professional, but the man's determination shows through. Okay. Another painting. An angel walks through an empty field with his hand pressed together in prayer. Okay. Another painting. The painting depicts an angel tenderly cradling the corpse of Jesus Christ in his tomb. Okay. You chose to come here, why? Pick up a map. It can be a little confusing getting around our little home, so don't worry, Sister Anne has printed some maps to help you get acclimated. To open map, press square. Okay. Okay, does it have a We Are Here thing? Because I don't know where... This is probably the community hall. Whoa, zoom! Okay. Okay, so all those cabins in the difference out past the gate are actually where they live. Can I unzoom now? How do you unzoom? Okay, if you hit L1 again. If you hit R when you zoom, you hit L when you zoom out. There's a fire pit, there's a school, there's a rectory, a chapel, there's mines, and the cleansing room, which looks ominous. Ominous, ominous, ominous. Okay. So even with the lights on, there's some places, parts of here that are dark. What do we got? Light switch. Examine the ping pong table. Ping pong table is the only game you see around. Doesn't look like there's enough room to play. Yeah. So what's the point of it? Can I turn this off? Thank you. Oh my god. You take a book off the shelf. We know the conspiracy can trace itself back as far as the 4th century, when Anathesius and his cronies first began to exclude essential works from the Bible. So this is their crazy stuff. You flip through the pamphlet on the shelf. There's an ancient law that modern society has fought to bury. The role of man is to protect and nourish the flesh. The role of woman is to protect and nourish the soul. You take a Bible from the shelf and skim. For Christ also suffered once for sins, the righteous for the unrighteous, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh but made alive in the spirit. You take a book from the shelf. Okay, it loops around, so there's 3 conversation options. Creepy cult place. But we're going to check it out. We're going to check it out. I'm going to chop this into smaller videos so you guys can watch them when you have time and explore the creepy cult. Hey, look, it's a toilet. Do you work? Nope, but the door closes on its own. Guess there's no water. Oh, read a Bible quote in the bathroom. And if a woman shall have an issue, and her issue in the flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days, and whosoever touches her shall be unclean until the even. Until the even? What does that mean? And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean. Everything that also she sitteth upon shall be unclean. And whosoever touch her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. And whosoever toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even. Okay, sounds like you guys got some issues. I'm just gonna waste a bunch of power and leave all these lights on. Okay, this is a men's room and a woman's room, I guess. Use that light switch in the dark, thank you. Okay. Oh, here's another Bible quote. Jesus said to him, He that is washed needeth not save to wash his feet, but is clean every whit, and ye are clean, but not all. Does that make any sense? He that is washed need not save to wash his feet. You're not clean unless you clean your feet. Sorry, not buying it. That's some real weird philosophies. I wash my body, therefore my feet are by default clean, because my feet are part of my body, is not a, Performance schedule. Okay. Performance schedule. Monday, Josiah plays the original hymns. Tuesday, gospel reading. Wednesday, Juliet violin recital. Thursday, gospel reading. Friday, children's reenactment of the Book of Sariel. Note, the power has been pretty finicky lately. You might have to restart the generator to get the lights back on. The keys inside the box, the generators are on the side. So the lights are just going to randomly go out while we're doing this. Great. Fine. We'll live with that. Alright, what do we got over here? Nice instrument once. Now the strings are rusted and the lacquer faded. When we all get to heaven, sing the wondrous love of Jesus in his mercy, for his grace, and those are musical instrument notes, and I'm not going to just read them out. In the mansions bright and blessed, he'll prepare for us a place. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. I don't like this when we all get to heaven crap. It implies that you're all going to die at the exact same time, which is kind of foreshadowing exactly what's going to happen. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout to victory. When we walk we walk the pilgrim pathway clouds over, will spread the sky, but when traveling days are over, not a shadow, not a sigh. Let us then be true and faithful, trusting, serving every day. Just one glimpse of him in glory will the toils of life repay. Onward to the prize before us, soon his beauty will behold, soon the pearly gates will open, we shall tread the streets of gold. Now, I don't know a lot about this game, but I do know that this isn't a real cult that we're using here, but they did study cults in order to come up with their fictional cult. Turn the lights on or off? Okay. And that they really wanted to actually, like, make this pretty accurate. Leonard, the pantry is not your personal jack drawer. Food is from the flock to share. If you keep stealing cookies from the storeroom, you have to answer your crimes in the cleansing room. Please pray and reflect on your actions and how they harm the flock. I'm praying for you too, Andrew. Andrew was stealing food. Is this the light switch for there? I think it's the light switch back there. Ah, here's the light switch. Note about Leonard. Leonard hasn't eaten warnings by taking more than a share of food. He keeps swiping snacks from the storage room. Until we can straighten him out, I've decided to move his favorite foods into the farm shed and hide the key on the side of the small bookshelf next to the ping pong table. So that we have to go back and get a key. We're going to grab that in a second. Okay. So, all this generic cans of food here. Generic food, generic food. That's clearly a box of grape nuts. I'm sorry, I know you're trying to make it... Cardboard boxes labeled utensils, decorations, grains, etc. Can I examine anything here, or is it just a jumbled mess? It's just a jumbled mess, and I'm fine with that. Alright, so this is the room that we didn't go into. There's a kitchen. Okay. Makes sense. Logical. People need to eat. We don't need to check every drawer. That's good, because it would waste up a bunch of time. Read this kitchen schedule. Monday, spinach casserole. Tuesday, barbecue. Wednesday, fasting. I don't like Wednesday. Thursday, pork chops. Friday, beef stew. Saturday, chicken. Sunday, fasting. Due to the power outage, food stores are spoiled. We will have to replace planned meals with canned foodstuffs and produce until new supplies are required. Produce. Words. Examine refrigerator. You open the door and immediately slam it shut. After the overwhelming stench of rotting meat hits your nostrils. Yeah, that's pretty gross. Examine the range. You fiddle with the knobs. There's no hiss of gas, no cooking ignition. This range is long dead. Yeah, I'm assuming there's no gas or external power, and things aren't going to work. And you're probably not going to hook up the dead stovetop to, you know, something that's not going to work. Alright, so on the side of this thing, there's supposed to be a key. I'm guessing it's on this side. Pick a gate key. Take a farm shed key. Alright! Stay off. Okay. So we've got our map. In order to go to the community hall, we have to go through the gate. And I think that's what they want us to do next. But they also said something about the farm. I'm going to go to the farm. Alright? Because if this is... Well, actually, let's see. What's our definition here? The map says a north indicator. I don't have a north indicator. Okay, so yeah, the farm is right out here. Alright, so the farm is right behind the community hall. We're going to go check out the living quarters later. There's probably a lot of things to explore in the living quarters. There's a fence that runs along here. That really... Okay, you're not going anywhere until you open the gate, huh? Okay, had to check. But thankfully, we've got a gate creaks and rattles. Brass key etched with the word gate. Use that one. Rusting lock fights back, but it eventually relents, and the gate unlocks. Yeah, my tongue is really... I turned a trophy. Welcome to Black Sage Ranch. I get the impression you're going to get all the trophies in this game very easily, because it's just find everything. But yeah, they hid some stuff in the barn. They hid snacks in the barn. And then we have these weird white tiles. Oh, third base is barely visible beneath... Third base is barely visible beneath the overgrowth. Okay, so it's a baseball diamond. It's a very small baseball diamond. Like, really small. Worn down home plate covered in dirt and grass. Right, I'm not going to examine all the plates, because... Alright, maybe I'm going to... No, let's not do that. Let's not get that compulsive. Music's getting ominous. It's bright and sunny, but it's going to be ominous. I wonder if our protagonist here remembered to bring a flashlight. Now, I don't think that this game is scary, but I do think it is disturbing. Yeah, that's blood. And those are flies. You jimmy the door to no avail. As you do, a metallic smell arises. Rust or, well, it's definitely blood. Old key, there's a tag that reads farm shed. I don't see how that's useful. Okay, so this isn't the farm shed, this is something else. This is a barn. Farm shed. Okay, so the other structure must be the farm shed. That thing. Oh, that's the cleansing room. Yeah, we're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to that. Yeah, so my plan, or my plans for the break are to shoot really long pieces and then edit them into smaller clips for you guys. So let's see, what do we got here? This should work. We've unlocked the door with the farm shed key. Okay. And of course there's no lights. Use tape deck.
The first time I met Father James, I was immediately filled with a sense of peace. It's hard to explain. I guess he just seemed so sure. He asked if I was a believer. I said I'd been raised Catholic, but it never clicked. There's a reason for that, he said. They've been lying to you, all of them. And I knew he was right.
Lying about what, specifically? Pick up batteries. You load the batteries into your flashlight with hopes they're still charged. So we brought a flashlight with no batteries. Can anyone truly know the joy of absolute truth? The freedom that comes with releasing all of one's doubt, like so much ballast into the sea. I know that feeling now. For so long I searched. I searched among the Catholics, idol worshippers, and perverts. I searched among the Baptists, hypocrites. I searched among the Pentecostals, infested by charlatans. I tried so many churches, and all of them, all to a one, were filled with fools and liars. Now I know why. Father has helped me to see. Yeah, everybody's wrong except the cult. Full garden and farm implements still caked in old gray dirt. And is that cereal? Yep. Examine shelf. Gas can, empty. Watering can, also empty. Bag of seed and weed killer. Okay. Examine jacket. Ragged old work jacket. You ruffle through the pockets, coughing in the dust. You find a key. Ooh, I have a key. Examine shelf. These look like they might have been jars of jam and pickled vegetables at one point. Now they're just disgusting. How much time has passed since this all happened? Because it said it happened in 1993. Where are we? Alright. A key that reads Andrew's trailer. Okay, so they really have kind of like... Oh, I can turn the flashlight on and off while I'm in the inventory. Let's just check this area out, because I couldn't really see anything coming in. It just seems like stuff. Random boxes of stuff. Okay. For an independent-like game, this is pretty good. Okay. So we're at the farm, and we need to get to the trailers, and they're across the way. We're just going to run through the cornfield, because, you know, that's the safest, most logical thing to do when you're exploring an abandoned cult compound where everybody killed themselves. Let's just run through the creepy cornfield. Let's just do that. Are you guys getting chills? I'm not, but, you know, I'm sympathetic if you are. Again, I gotta wonder if the longer you play this game, the darker it's gonna get. Alright. Oh, we got another fence. Okay. Yet another fence. There it is. We got a break in the fence. It's a little weird. Brother Earl. Okay, we want Andrew. Because I don't know if anything else is open. Brother Peyton. Brother Christopher. I think on the map it said it was closer to the center. Yeah, he's closer to the center. Brother Andrew. You unlock the door using Andrew's trailer key. Alright, listen to the new tape.
Life with the flock was good. We would meet for morning prayer with Father James in the chapel, then meet for breakfast, and then we'd set off to work for the day. Some of us worked the fields, others worked on expanding the compound. We had a school teacher, we had cooks. In the evening we would study scripture or listen to one of Father's lectures. Then it would be time for penance, more prayer, and then sleep. I slept better those early nights than I had in years. I was home. Do you know how good it feels to find home after so long? I would have done anything for Father. He saved me.
Okay, I turned off the flashlight just in case I do have to worry about batteries. I don't think it's that kind of game. Brian, I love you. You're like my brother, but you do not know what you're talking about. This is my family now. They love me, and I love them in a way that transcends even blood. Maybe that hurts you to hear. I'm sorry, but there's no hiding from the truth. I know you have your doubts about your church. You've told them to me. Let me tell you I have no doubts here. None. Of course, if you don't stop denying what you know in your heart, we would welcome you with open arms. You need to come to us. Andrew. Alright, Andrew was all in. And the cult, there's a key there. Pick up key to Viola's trailer. What is this? Read letter. Read letter. Read letter! Thank you. Andrew, I greatly enjoyed our talk earlier. I'd like to continue it. The children will be helping us sow the fields tomorrow afternoon, and so I will be alone if you would like to stop by. Viola. Okay. So it looks like Andrew and Viola are getting a little romantic, and I wonder how the church felt about that. I mean, if they're a cult, they're going to need new cult members. Yeah, it's definitely feeling like it's getting darker. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. They're going for creep factor here. Viola. Okay, so she's a little bit further in. Elroy. Vance. Josiah. Sister Diane. More people there than I thought. Sister Hope. Because they only had 7 on the... Why is this guy sideways? Sister Viola, Juliet, and Lucas. Okay, we found the right door. You unlock the door using Viola's trailer key. Okay. I'm going to stop reading that every time. I'm just going to assume that the batteries are infinite, because this game would be unplayable if it was dark. I will see you tonight for alternative cleansing in the rectory. Or, I will see you tonight for alternative cleansing in the rectory? Question mark. Come early. We have much to talk about. Know the day I received my first vision, and you will know the code. Okay. So that's obviously from Father James. Tuesday a.m., discussion of Matthew chapter 26. Tuesday p.m., discussion of the lies of false churches. Wednesday a.m., discussion of Father James' visions and prophecies. Wednesday p.m., fieldwork. Reading from the book of Sariel. James 1:1-3. This is the word of the angel Sariel given unto the man James in the place before the days of the taking. Okay, I'm thinking Sariel's not in the Bible. Sariel came unto James, and he's returned from the unrighteous war. As he returned from the unrighteous war, okay, the angel appeared unto the man, James, under 7 stars in the eastern sky, and the angel spoke, Be not afraid, man, for you are chosen as a messenger. These words are for the Lord's word. Are the Lord's words become my words, become your words? Oh, you're playing telephone? Okay. Okay, I'll read the note first. Lillian, forgive me if I'm speaking too freely, but I care deeply about you, and I worry that you are having doubts about the Father and his teachings. You're young, Lily. I understand where you're coming from, believe me, but as someone with a lot more life experience, let me tell you that you have nothing to doubt. Father James is the prophet of the Lord. He speaks the true word. If you need proof, just look at his prophecies that have come true. More than that, if you pray and listen quietly, you will feel that your very soul like the truth of his teachings. I am here for you if you need to talk. Yours in Christ's love, Viola. Okay.
We were chosen, all of us, by the Lord. Do you know how good that feels? To be chosen? I hope you do. It's a feeling we all need in our lives. And on top of that, Father James took a special interest in me. He said he felt spiritually invigorated by my presence, and often called me to the rectory to spend time with him. I'm not dumb, I knew, but I didn't care. I was so honored to be his chosen.
Okay, so we're just gonna get the young college girl with very little life experience. Oh, let me just turn the lights on. And get her into the cult, and then immediately the cult leader is just like, oh yeah, hey baby, come on into the trailer, we'll talk about Jesus and stuff. Yeah, right. Yeah. Sisters Julia and Ellie. There was rusted shut. Okay, I don't think we're gonna open all of them. Let's see what else we've got around here. Sister Lillian. I don't have the key. Okay. What are these? Okay, these are communal showers. We're not even going to try and turn them on because we don't want to be wet and cold in the desert. A communal toilet goes outside. Yeah, so games like these, they're about... You're exploring something that's already done, right? Like, you're picking over the wreckage of something that's already... Brother Earl. He's got no door, so... Free game here. He also has nothing in the cabin, so... Fat little use that is. Lillian, Violet, Andrew, Trailer, Peyton, Leonard. I don't know how many of them open with or without keys, so... let's see where we are in relation to everything else. Aaron. Door's supposed to shut. Okay. Yeah, so I think in an effort to make the call bigger, because it would be more believable if there were more people in it, they added extra people that you can't. Brother Peyton. Examine chain door. Oh boy, that's... Rusting key with the words, I don't... This door is secured with haphazard loops of chains. Okay. Alright, so I need keys for 2 more trailers. I don't think we're going to find them here. That would also be a little too obvious. Yeah, if you put all the keys here first, and then it was just like, oh yeah, you didn't explore any of the other compound, you just figured out all the clues here. It's going to make you run back and forth. It is not just me, that sun is setting. This is Josiah. I mean, come over here. Look at this. Look at this. That sun's almost down. It was all the way up there when we started. So yeah, it's going to get spooky. It's creepy. Scary. Alright, so let's head to the school. Because I don't think we can open any more cabins, so it seems like a good time to go to school. Okay. We're on an adventure. A creepy adventure. Alright, we've got another generator, which we're probably going to need to power on. Okay, generator on. Let's find the door. There we go. Open door. And then we'll find a light switch. Oh, you can close it on your own. Thank goodness. It's not incredibly bright. Examine kids' jackets. Lucas, John, and Juliet's jackets. You rustle through the pockets and find nothing. Nothing. Okay. Oh, you can't walk that far. There's a book. Can I read the book? Can't read the book. I can't see what the book is. Got a tape.
I often helped Viola in the schoolhouse. I enjoyed working with the children. We taught them reading, writing, scripture. Viola was one of the most faithful among us. If Anne was like the mother of the flock, Viola was the older sister. I remember one lecture she gave the children on the nature of hell that was so vivid, so unflinching, it had the kids in tears. I told her she was scaring them, and she said, "Good, they should be scared."
Okay. Culty. Note to Juliet. Why are you so stubborn? Why do you reject the flock's love? You don't pay attention to class, you don't try hard at your assignments, you lie about doing your readings. I'm worried about you. I've asked Father James to take some time to speak with you one-on-one. Please listen to him. He knows so much he can help soothe your doubts. I promise. Just please give it a try. Loved, Mom. What about these notes? Read Juliet's assignment. My role model is Jesus because he's perfect and he loves everyone. I want to be more like Jesus. See me after class, Julie. John's assignment. Leonard and Peyton are my role models. They know how to fight and know how to protect the flock from Satan and secular bad guys, spelled wrong. Good work, John. I hope it never comes to violence, though. Ellie's assignment. Anne is my biggest role model. She is the perfect wife and mother to us all, just like Mary. She does everything she's told to help Father James. She thinks about everyone else before she thinks about herself. I hope to be just like her if I grow up for the days of reckoning. Great work, Ellie. Anne would be so proud to hear this. You will have many chances to be just like her in paradise, so don't worry. Lucas's assignment. Big role model for me is Father James. He is a prophet, spelled wrong, of Jesus, and a great person. He is going to save all our souls and let us go to heaven. Father James is funny and smart too. He makes jokes during his talks that makes everyone laugh. shows that you can be a very good person even though you're a little bit weird looking. It's what's on the inside that matters. For teaching me that and saving my soul, Father James is my role model. I love Father James and Jesus. Wonderful work, Lucas. Father will be so proud. The more you suck up to the main guy, the better you're doing. Boy, oh boy. Examine chalkboard. You can make out faded writing from the last lesson. The first revelation, the day Father James received the truth. Examine calendar. You flip through the wall calendar and see the following upcoming dates. April 7th, celebration of the crucifixion. June 3rd, feast of the first revelation. July 18th, celebration of the birth of the prophet. Okay, examine bookshelf. You take a bookshelf, the illustrated book of Bible stories. Some of the pages are torn out. There are multiple copies of the Book of Sariel. Flipping through, you see major inconsistencies in the different versions. Here's Young Earth's creationist textbook called The True History of Earth. Okay. So, yeah. Obviously, culty guy doesn't like information that contradicts his cultiness. I'm just gonna leave all the lights on. Still up there, huh, son? Okay. Alright. So we didn't get any keys, but we did get some more clues. We'll probably make our way to the rectory or the fire pit. I want to see what the fire pit is. Can I get through this? I can get through the gap. Okay. The fire pit is due west of here. Oh, it's literally just a place where you go to sit around and have cookouts. Okay. Alright, north of the school is the rectory. Which I'm assuming is that thing. Also, I don't know what a rectory is. So. It's a church thing. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out when we get there. So, Father James had a wife named Anne. Oh, of course, it's locked. We don't have the right key. Be a lot of locked doors here. I guess we could check the chapel and the mines, because it's the only places we haven't gone to yet. But, you know, apparently, one of the main things in culty people's backgrounds is the prophet gets to have sex with as many women as he wants to, and everybody has to be okay with that. Because, you know, the prophet. God told him to. Yeah, sure. Okay. Examine the chapel door lock. There are 7 golden stars in the lock and a space for what appears to be an 8th. So you need to find another. Okay, so that's also locked. Only place left is the mines. Oh, there's like a path here that I was supposed to follow. I'm supposed to just run right over the environment like this, huh? Oh, there's certain points you can't get over a certain type of hill. Okay. So that was the bad place, what we'll call it, for self-reflection and cleansing. And these are the mines where, you know, they mine stuff. Let's check around and see if there's a generator and see if there's lights in the mines before we go in. Nothing back here. You know, what is the cult mining anyway? What exactly are they? And it's also locked.